My messy room. Messy room. Messy room. Messy room.
Messy room.
Jay and Vic, we hit.
Alright.
We're back.
We're back and better than ever because we are always getting better.
Wow, this man is excited. I'm
always
excited too.
Come on
Yeah,
now.
man.
How could you not be excited when you're...
I'm telling you, the mics turn on, bro. I just woke up from a fucking nap. Jeez.
Yo. Alright, yo. Yo, welcome back to My Room's a Mess.
First and foremost, we would love to say thank you to everyone that supported us on our first episode. Just thank you for all the feedback we got. Thank you for all the love and support we got. It's been so amazing to just read it, share it with Jason, just reflect on our first episode. It was the pilot episode. We didn't know what to expect. We didn't know how people were going to react, and we just appreciate so much how excited you guys are for us and how amazing this journey is going to be. It's going to be fucking fun.
Yeah. We got a lot of positive feedback, some stuff about us swearing too much, so...
I'm going to try to be easy,
yeah.
but
Nah, it makes sense. Even my mom was like, bro, I know you swear a lot, but chill, bro. People are trying to show this to, like, little kids or, like, you know, maybe a teacher. She was, like, talking about teachers and all. I was like, I didn't even think about that, bro. Like,
so I'm going to try to be easy, but I get a little excited sometimes, and I just start.
Yeah,
This,
don't worry,
that,
don't worry.
blah, blah,
I'll punch him or something. I'll be like, yo, shit.
Yeah,
See, I was about to swear right there, bro. I gotta stop too. Anyway, yeah. So if you haven't listened to the first one, our first episode was our pilot, just explaining who we are, what we're about, what we want this to be about. It was
our goals, our vision.
Yeah, people were on it, bro. They were like, yo, we love the way that you guys are, the chemistry you guys have, and it comes through the mics is what I heard a lot, bro. Like, it's crazy that the audio that we give off apparently creates human figures for you guys, bro. That's what we're trying to do.
I know, it's been fucking fun. We came up with a name.
What did we just say about swearing?
Oh, sorry. I got hyped.
I don't know if you could hear it through the mic, but I just smacked the hell out of him.
Yeah, he smacked my shoulder kind of hard. I'm gonna get him back, flick his nose or something.
Look.
But no, I came up with
If I flicked you, bro, you'd go flying because you're so small.
Wow, look at this guy. He got jokes. Wow. But we came up with a name. We just want to know what you guys think about the name for the community. I thought of Hamperville.
I thought of Laundryville. I kind of think that sounds a little better.
Hamperville, right? Like,
nah.
We're entering Hamperville. Like, we're from Hamperville. We're going to fucking clean our messy rooms. We're from Hamperville.
I just broke your shoulder again. Don't worry.
Yeah. Jeez, chill out.
You chill out.
That shit hurts, buddy.
All right.
Anyway,
yeah. So he says Hamperville. I say Laundryville. I think Laundryville sounds better because, like, I don't want to live in a hamper, but like,
I think Hamperville sounds better.
Laundryville sounds like you're just walking and every house is made out of clothes, bro.
Jason, I got a question for you.
What?
When you're cleaning your room,
where
do you put your clothes?
Where do I put my clothes?
In a hamper. Hamperville. I'm telling you, Hamperville. We're going to Hamperville.
Oh, I guess that could be pretty cool. Like, you're picking up your thoughts and from your messy mind, messy room.
You know what I'm saying? So please let us know.
Yeah. We're probably gonna do a poll or something on Instagram. So obviously follow us on Instagram, Our Messy Rooms.
Follow us on Twitter, Our Messy Rooms.
Yeah, we're trying to start up a Twitter, but neither of us are pretty experienced with Twitter. So
I mean, I try to hop on Twitter. No joke. It's like, I feel like it's just people just yelling, like constantly
yelling with their fingers.
Yeah, like it's just we're gonna yell too.
We're coming. I stopped using Twitter when Meek Mill and Drake had that beef. That was the last time I used Twitter. Like, no bull.
But yeah, just please let us know about Hamperville or Laundryville. Which one's better? And
actually, the last time I used Twitter was when Rob Gronkowski retired, bro. Yo, did you see him on the Patriots Instagram story yesterday?
Yeah, he was like, "Do you remember me?"
You guys remember? Obviously, I remember you, bro. Like, yo, if this ever gets back to Rob Gronkowski, bro, I love you, bro. I miss you with all my heart. This is gonna be a weird season without Rob.
It is gonna be a weird season. We love you.
Number 87.
Number 87. It's gonna be.
Yo, it's gonna hurt this season, but it's gonna hurt even more when Tom Brady retires.
Jeez, Tom Brady retires. I think I might not go to work for like 3 weeks.
Yo, real quick, since we're like just talking about anything on this. What you think about Russell Westbrook, bro?
Russell Westbrook going to the Houston Rockets? I don't know.
I was watching some stuff about it, and I was like, damn. I mean, him and James Harden are nasty, but I feel like they've grown so much as individuals. Like, I don't know how it's gonna, like, how the dynamic's gonna be with them together.
So who's catching the triple doubles and who's?
I feel like, yo, I was telling you yesterday, bro. I don't think Russell Westbrook is ever gonna average a triple double ever again.
You don't think?
For a whole season, absolutely not. It's too hard, bro. There's too many scorers on that team, bro. Bro, the Thunder was like this. All right, we got a rebound. Where's Russ? Where's Russ? Where's Russ? Oh, there he is. There he is. Yo. Like, that's how it was, bro.
So I just
Or oh, the ball's bouncing off the backboard. Where's Russ? Where's Russ? Yes. Go grab it. Like, bro,
I think it's gonna be definitely fun to play.
Why does your voice sound like that?
Sorry. I think. Sorry, I need some water. Give me.
All right. Finish what you were gonna say, so we can get into this episode. Bro? What the hell was that?
Whatever.
Whatever. Yeah. Basketball's basketball. You know, that's not what we're here to
Let's
talk about.
get in it. Episode 2.
Let's get into our hamper.
I'm telling you, it's fire.
All right, nah. Why don't we get into the laundry? I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll do that.
He's cut off. I'm gonna shut off.
So today's episode, we're gonna try to talk about living your best life, because, you know, we're here to talk about stuff about people, because, you know, we're all people, and I feel like we both feel like everybody's got an opinion about living your best life, because I feel everybody's trying to live the best life. Obviously, there's people out there are just like, I don't care. I'm just letting life pass me. But
I feel like everyone's living their best life, quote unquote, is different for everyone else. Everyone has a different perspective on what is truly living your best life. So just in this episode, we're just gonna try to express what we think is living your best life. Jason's gonna express what he thinks living his best life.
And I'm gonna do my best to connect it to philosophy and in a not boring way.
In a way where it doesn't sound like
I'm giving a lecture.
Like,
because we've tried this episode already, and it was boring to me. Because I was just talking for 20 minutes about Aristotle. So
it wasn't boring for him. This man was.
All right, yeah, it wasn't boring for me.
I love Aristotle and I love philosophy so
All
much.
right, let's get into it, bro.
Let's dive into it. Let's go.
So, Vic,
what's going on?
What do you think living your best life is all about?
All right, so what I think living your best life is truly being comfortable with yourself in a way, like internally and externally. So what I mean by that is inside, you have the courage to say, I love myself, and then externally you have the courage to look at yourself in the mirror and just, you're the man. You know what I'm saying? You're that guy. You're gonna do something. You're gonna be that person.
All right.
You know, having the capability to just.
So you think
love yourself?
Love yourself, right? All right. So I feel like that's tough, because a lot of people can't just like wake up, look in the mirror, and be like, yeah, I love myself. Like, so there's days I wake up and I'm just like, yo, I didn't even recognize myself. So like, how do you get to that point where you quote unquote love yourself?
I feel like it starts with appreciating what you have in the present day, right? So too many people, I feel like they live in the future or are living in the past, but they're not focused on today. So like, let me think. Like for example, right? Like that 40-year-old dad that is trying to live his teenage years through his son, right?
Oh, and tell me about that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Or like that 20-year-old that's, I gotta be here. I gotta be the man, and I'm not the man right now. And that 20-year-old is depressing himself because he's not the man.
Bro, are you adding me?
No, bro.
Nah, but wait. So I don't agree with that, because I think that you also gotta not just become. I agree, you gotta be comfortable with yourself and what you have. Be grateful for what you have.
Yeah.
But if you don't have like a vision for the future, then you're never gonna grow and be a better person in that way.
I'll say obviously think about the past and so you can learn from it, but and think about the future because it's coming, but don't dwell on either or because today has not finished. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't know what's gonna happen in 15 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know what's gonna happen like now. Oh, I didn't know what was gonna happen right there.
Why? You know? Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So it's just like, try to be your best self now. You know what I'm saying? Be the change you wish to see in the world. That is my ultimate favorite quote. I can't express that enough. That Gandhi is one of the greatest people, in my opinion, this world has ever seen. And listen to that. Be the change you wish to see in the world. And I would add, like, on a daily basis. Every day you wake up, try to be your best self. The change that you want for this world, the perfection that you want in this world, try to be that the best way you can every single day. That's what living your best life is for me.
All right. So I feel like that quote to me doesn't just mean like for yourself though. That quote is like if you're living for the world, you have to actively be trying to change something in the world. Like I'm here and I think that like people don't recycle enough. Should I be going out and going through people's trash and putting like and taking out their plastic bottles and their cardboard boxes and like recycling them for them? Because then obviously I don't feel like that's I mean I guess that's pretty cool. I would like to do that. Maybe we should set that up like a program where people are like, yo, let's go out and go through people's trash and recycle.
Ding. That's an idea.
It's a pretty
man.
cool idea. Yeah. But like so I don't know if a lot of people would agree with that because there's people that don't care anything about this world but still feel like they want to live their best life. So how does that work? How does that like come into play? Cuz like I know there's people that are only care about their money and their success and their family and that's it. Like they have a small mentality of what's around them.
Mm-hmm.
So how can you live your best life in the way that you say where you have to care about the world but also care about yourself? Yeah, I mean, I know it's a tough question because like, then you put into to living your best life that you have to care about more than just yourself, which like that's not always easy because I feel like the world that we live in right now is really self-oriented.
I can see that. I also like just the question I have for you is, so do you think like living your best life is equivalent to success?
To success, I feel like a good success is a good metric to being like I don't know. That's a good question because success in what way? Because success can be for me it might be different for you as well.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree that everyone envisions success differently.
Like we were talking about yesterday, how I want to make a lab in my garage or my basement. I want to have a lab where I can do science for myself.
Mm-hmm.
But you said it was cool because you said that, and I was like, damn, I didn't even think of it like that. You said if I had a lab, I wouldn't even know what to do with myself. I wouldn't be living my best life like that.
Yeah, exactly. Because what you envision is living your best life or being successful is not what I envision being successful and living my best life is. Because everyone's perspective is different. So, like, someone living their best life could be partying and going out, doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's living someone's best life. But then someone else could just be chilling with a dog, you know, in their tractor, you know, drinking some bourbon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Listening to some Blake Shelton and just tuning out, and that's living their best life under the stars. Something like that. So it just all depends on the person.
So that's an interesting idea that it's all. I mean, I do feel like every person would agree with that.
Yeah.
Every person's like, no, I know that what I think is the best life is not going to be the same as your best life.
Mm-hmm.
But is there a way to like kind of generalize what people want? Because like I feel like success is still something that everybody wants. Most people like we chasing our dreams by making this podcast is we're chasing our success.
Yes.
Because that's our success. And if I don't succeed in this, I guess I attempted. That will still feel good for me because, you know, like we always say, there's only wins and lessons.
Yep.
Even if you're winning, you're winning. If you're losing, you're gaining a lesson and you're still winning somehow. So, damn, I forgot where I was going with that. What was I saying before? So success is, I feel like, is still a strong part of living your best life. So somebody that's not actively chasing success could not be living their best life. Like I don't know. I feel like it kind of feels iffy to me because I feel like success is pretty important in it.
Okay.
Because for me, if I obtain something that I was like, I have a goal and I chase that goal and I get to that goal, I'll feel like happy with myself.
And you'll be successful.
And I'll be successful, and that success brings me happiness.
And that success will be living your best life.
Yeah. Or that happiness is what you're chasing, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Because
I think happiness is just the end goal of everyone's life. I think that's what you're chasing truly. Like,
yeah.
everyone truly wants to be happy.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, in my opinion.
So let me ask you a quick question, because this could be a good segue. Do you think happiness can be broken down into something else?
Happiness can be broken down to something else.
Like you know how you chase, like we got to, you want to be successful because the success brings you like happiness.
Okay, yeah.
So does happiness bring you something else in your life that could connect even further so that we can figure out this line of best lifeness?
I feel like happiness is the umbrella. I don't feel like there's a how farther can you go? Happiness times 2?
Happiness times 3?
Yeah.
Oh, that's another good question right there. So is there different forms of happiness? Because like I could be happy right now because I just got this PlayStation, bro. That makes me happy.
Okay.
But then if somebody but when people were calling me this week about, oh, yo, your podcast, I really liked it. I like the ideas that you guys have.
Of course.
That brought me a whole different type of happiness. So
I see what you're saying.
There's two different. So I feel like there's different types of happiness.
Yeah.
So should you be chasing something that brings you short-term happiness or something that brings you long-term happiness?
I think, that's a great question, Jay.
Because I feel like long-term happiness is what's more important. When you really, because it's not really not about the end goal. It's really about the journey. It's usually like the journey that it took you. If it took you like years of hard work and dedication to what you have, for you to get to that end goal, the happiness is gonna feel that much better.
I think, but I also, so like something that like hits me is, so like when you're chasing the goal, that goal, right? Like J. Cole speaks about this, right? He's like, if your goal is money, you're chasing money, right? And then he talks about how it's like, you want 5 million, you finally get to that 5 million, you want 10. You get to that 10 million, you want 15.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just endless. So when does it end? You know what I'm saying? If your goal is to get girls, you're gonna get a girl, and then you're gonna want another one, and another one.
Okay,
you're never gonna stop. That's why I was saying earlier that like I think it's appreciating what you have now. You know what I mean?
So all right. So if it's about appreciating what you have now, but you don't like what you have now, should you chase till you get to something, to that point? You think you'll eventually get to that point no matter what?
I believe so. I believe that like if you're chasing your dream, chasing your goal, you're gonna get to the point where you're doing something you love. You're gonna get to the point where the journey is gonna take you to the place of happiness. The journey is gonna take you to the place of success because you're doing what. So like let's say you're doing something you hate.
Yeah.
Right, and then you fail at it.
Is that Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
That Jim Carrey. Yeah, I know the story. So his dad. Can I do a story?
Yeah.
So Jim Carrey, obviously, one of my, I don't know, that dude's awesome, bro. Like,
I love that man.
Favorite movie by Jim Carrey is The Truman Show. If you guys have not watched that movie, you gotta watch it. Have you watched it?
Nah, I was gonna say.
So the basic concept. I don't want to even ruin it, bro, because it's crazy. So just look up The Truman Show and watch it, and then give me some feedback, because I love that movie. So with Jim Carrey, his dad wanted to be like a saxophone player, right?
Yeah.
In Canada.
No, he was.
He was a saxophone player in Canada.
Yeah.
But he thought he couldn't be successful there. So instead, he was like, all right, I'm going to move to the U.S. and become a professional saxophone player there because I'll make more money. I'll be more successful there. But he got here and he wasn't doing well with the saxophone stuff. So he was like, all right, I'm going to switch, and he became an accountant or something.
Yeah, he became an accountant.
Yeah, he became an accountant. And he started working at this job for years and years, and then one day he lost his job. And
they
he
just
failed.
fired him like that.
They just fired him. He failed, basically. He got fired. And his dad went into like a state of crazy depression. It's actually the reason that Jim Carrey became an actor.
Yeah.
Because he had to work to support his family. So he became an actor to try to support his family. But the story of his dad is that he gave up his dream, something that he really loved, and instead pursued something just like to work at, and then failed at that. So failing at something you don't even like is not even worth it. So you should always be pushing to do something that you like, and if you fail at it, it's not gonna hurt as much.
Boom! This man hit it. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah. So I mean, I feel like a pretty common theme between everything we've talked about is just having success or chasing your dreams.
Yep.
And chasing the success of what you really love. And then
I would agree with that. Yeah.
And getting to the point of happiness.
I agree with all.
So
all
that's
3
living
points.
your best life.
That's living your best life.
Crazy. You wanna know why?
Crazy. Why? Oh, this man's cheesing.
It's
it's coming, ladies and
It's
gentlemen.
the philosophy, bro.
Told you.
Yo.
Let's get into it.
All right. So, Aristotle. You know who Aristotle is?
You explained it like briefly. He's Plato's student,
Yeah.
and Plato's Socrates' student.
Yeah.
I get it.
These were ancient Greek philosophers. Aristotle lived 500 BC, around there. That's what they say. He was crazy, man. Biology, mathematics, philosophy. Like, he was just doing crazy stuff back then. But like, what he thought, like he was off. These people were thinking about life themselves while they were back there. Obviously, they weren't just walking around. They were thinking as well. He says that that happiness. All right, let me explain it like this. There's means to an end, and there's ends. So there's end goals, basically, and there's ways to get to those end goals. And he says that the ultimate end for human beings is happiness.
Okay.
So you basically, all the means to those ends, you have to just, everything that you're doing in your life should be trying to get to happiness.
Similar to what we were saying.
Similar to what we were saying. It's crazy
That is crazy.
that
yeah.
people, this man was living 3,000 years ago, bro, but he had the same ideas that we have right now.
That's nuts.
That's what I love about philosophy, bro, that it's like people from years and years and years ago are thinking about the same stuff that we're thinking about right now and coming with the same types of ideas.
Similar ideas. Yeah.
Yeah.
It amazes me how it's like you know, have you ever read that thing where it's like something like I'll never forget the past or else you're destined to repeat it. I think that's like a John F. Kennedy quote, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard it before. History is not important, bro. But yeah, so Aristotle is like, he's crazy, bro. Cuz he tries to explain this cuz he knows that obviously happiness and like living your best life is to the person. Every person is going to have a different idea.
Okay.
But he tries to break it down as well as he can to try to generalize it, make basically a formula of living your best life.
All right.
And he says that living your best life is about virtue.
Virtue. Okay.
You know what virtue is?
No. Tell me what's virtue.
So I like to explain virtue with its opposite. Virtue is the opposite of a vice. You know what a vice is, right? So
Yeah,
like
okay.
Like something, a bad quality about you, something immoral that you do. Like I always say, my vice is that I'm too selfish sometimes, and I neglect the people around me sometimes because of that. So
Yeah,
that's
okay.
my vice.
Makes sense. I say my vices. I get annoyed easily.
Yeah. So you're tempered, yeah. So virtue is obviously the opposite of that. They're good qualities that you have. Like I feel like one of my virtues is I'm good at asking questions and helping people out with that. With
Listening. You got
listening and
yeah.
giving advice. That's I feel like I mean, it might not be a virtue to everybody, but I feel like that's a virtue because you can help the people around you with that.
Mm-hmm.
So Aristotle's two virtues that he say are important are temperance and courage.
Okay.
Those are his two main ones. Temperance is like the ability to say, oh, I gotta stop. It's like the opposite of gluttony.
Makes sense. So it's like I gotta chill out almost.
Yeah, basically, it's like a switch when you're eating at McDonald's. Instead of getting a cheeseburger, a large soda, some fries, chicken nuggets, ice cream, and
Jeez.
and a freaking I don't know. I don't even know what
The
hell
McGriddle or something. Yeah.
McGriddle.
Yeah.
I haven't been to McDonald's in forever. But like, instead of doing that, you just get like the meal that's gonna satisfy you, because you know that food's not good for you, so it's gonna satisfy you enough to survive, and then that's it.
Oh, okay.
So then you have the courage, and then there's courage, but it's not courage in the sense like, oh, I see this woman crossing the street, she's about to get hit by a bus, let me run across the street and save her life. It's not that kind. I mean, obviously, that's the type of courage that is important. Like,
Yeah.
like if you think you'd live your best life if you, like, you think you'd be living your best life if you jumped in front of a bus to save a woman?
I think that's living your best life.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But it's not courage in that sense always. It's courage in the sense like, so, I see a big ass pizza, right? And I love pizza.
He
I want to eat that entire pizza, but I know that's not going to be good for me. So instead, what I'm going to do is eat 2 slices, and I'm going to be courageous enough to look at the other 6 slices while they stare at me and say, Jason, hey, Jason, yo, I know you want to eat me, bro. Yo, Jason, yo. While they're yelling at me, I'm like, nah, I'm a superhero. I'm not eating you.
I'm getting it.
Yeah, so those are his 2 important virtues, and that's what he thinks is the, like, things that people should have when they're trying to live their best life.
Okay.
Because we all need things in life. He breaks it down as 5 things: food, shelter, drink, clothes, and sleep. These are 5 things that we all need to survive.
And it's true. Yeah,
it's true. If you ain't sleeping, eating, and drinking water, you're dying, bro.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So you need these 5 things to survive, but you gotta be temperate and courageous in choosing the things that you need. Like, obviously, I need food, but I could eat a big ass cheeseburger or
A salad.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense. All right.
So yeah. So I feel like a lot of people nowadays don't think like that, because they're just like, yo, I'm trying to live my best life. Let me go out and freaking drink a whole bottle of tequila. Like, I've done it, bro.
Me too.
I know. I'm not living my best life according to Aristotle, but I feel like times have changed.
So I feel like there's a difference between, like, living your best life for the moment and living your best life forever.
So long term.
Yeah. So I feel like there's short term, like, fuck it, I'm gonna live my best life, and then you go out with the boys and you do your shenanigans, right?
Yeah.
And then there's
Hood
like
rat shit.
Yeah. nah, not always, man. But but you know what I'm saying? Or like but then there's like living your best life, and you're like, you constantly wake up 5 a.m. every day, and like you're meditating, or you're reading a book, or you're trying to educate yourself, or you're exercising or something. You're trying to be healthy, like, or something, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just for like the long run. I feel like there's 2 different versions of it.
Yeah. So if there's 2 different versions, what do you think is more important? You should you try to find a balance of both, or like give up one altogether?
I feel like
focus on the other one.
I feel like that you should have a balance. So like, I feel like party, have your fun, right? But don't fucking party every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, don't be down in a tequila bottle every day.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun, but like, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I get you.
Having the let me see if I'm using the word right. Having the courage, right? The courage.
Ooh,
right?
yo,
yo.
Yes, bro.
Having the courage
Philosophy's getting to you.
Yeah. So having the courage to be like, all right, I'm not going out. It's Monday. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going out. It's Wednesday.
And that's
let me save my turn up for Friday.
Yeah. And that's when you should focus on your long-term goals, like doing a podcast. Like, it's Friday night right now. We could be out down in a bottle of tequila,
but we're
here trying to chase our dream. This is my long-term goal.
Yeah, of course. Oh man, I'm excited. You got me cheesing, bro. It all just connected to me,
bro. Philosophy. Pay attention to it, bro. This is what I want. I just want to educate people on the philosophy, because I think it's important. I'm not a philosopher. Like, I'm not a philosophy major by all means, bro. The way I started looking into philosophy was one day I turned on my phone and I went to YouTube and I got a recommended video, Crash Course Philosophy, bro. 47 episodes, bro. I watched all of them, and then I got cooked, bro. Because philosophy is important. It's just really people, like, basically what I want to talk about on this podcast is all people.
It's thinking.
Bro.
Yeah,
it's just thinking about yourself, about the people around you, about thinking. Like, it's crazy, bro. But yeah, all right, that's enough about philosophy.
That's fucking nuts, though.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. So, like, all right. So what do you? I feel like we should try to connect this to to everybody else. Like, what's the message we're trying to send with this?
I feel like this podcast we should be it should be like an interactive podcast where we ask you guys as our audience, right? As as Hamperville,
Laundryville.
as Hamperville.
Yeah, I feel like
what
Hamperville's
you
gonna,
guys
wait,
think.
Wait, real quick before you keep going. I feel like Hamperville's gonna shit on Laundryville.
That I'm telling you, bro. Hamperville sounds fucking nasty.
All right, but continue what you were saying.
But so like I feel like we should have like an open debate, or open talk of what living your best life is on Twitter, and we do it with like a hashtag, or do it with like
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying? Like do it with something where
Like a
we can
hashtag.
just fucking
Like-
just start talking about this shit. Cause I feel like everyone has something to say. You know what I mean? I feel like it would be nice.
Hamperville's best life. Yeah,
That's too long.
I don't know. I've never done a hashtag.
Yeah,
but like, all right. I kind of want to still like catch like what we said in like like a sentence or two.
okay.
I want you to do it first, and I'll do it after.
You want me to say so like?
Or I actually never even gave what my perspective. I just never gave my perspective on living your best
Let's
life.
fucking Jason. What is your perspective of living your best life?
All right. Obviously, I'm a philosopher, so I have to throw in some philosophy for this. But so Aristotle actually has a word called it's eudaimonia. Let me spell it for y'all so y'all can Google it if you want to Google it if you're that interested. Everybody, take out your pen and paper. I'm gonna give you a few seconds.
Look at this, man. Take out your pen and papers. We're doing roll call. Jason, here.
Professor J is at the desk.
Hurry up.
The word is eudaimonia. EUDAMONIA.
All right.
So eudaimonia is like, it's not even like it's not a word, it's more of a concept. It's connecting happiness with human flourishing is what he says.
Okay.
I don't agree with everything that Aristotle says, because he also says that it comes down to luck. Like if you're born a poor person, you don't have no chance of living your best life. But I don't think it's about that anymore. Anybody can live their best life. It's just what you make of it. But he says it's happiness and human flourishing. So that kind of connects. Like I know if I go out and have a good time with my friends, I'm gonna be happy I went out. But I also need to flourish as a human being and chase my dreams, which I've been doing. I'm chasing this dream of a podcast with you.
Yep.
I'm chasing my dream as a scientist or somebody in the community of science by going
After it. Yeah.
going through my degree.
Yep.
And I'm working now as an engineer, and I'm learning a lot. Like I'm learning a lot about the business of engineering and the science of engineering. All and the three. It's really like a triangle of business, engineering, and science is what an engineer does. So like, I'm flourishing as a human being. I'm reading and stuff like that. Like all that is important. So I really do think it's a mixture of having your short-term happinesses. So like going like water country, Six Flags.
Okay.
Going to parties, but having fun with your family and stuff like that. But also knowing what you really want in life, like your purpose, and chasing it with all your heart. Because then at the end of the day, whether you fail or not, you know you worked your hardest to get to what you want. And you're never gonna stand still. If you're pushing, no matter what, you're not standing
You're
still.
moving forward.
You're moving forward.
The
No
train's
matter what.
rolling.
Whether you reach the top of the staircase or not, you went a couple steps up.
You tried.
You tried your best. So, and at the end of the day, that will make me happy to see that I've learned something. So I really do think it's about gaining knowledge
Okay.
and pushing yourself to be better. So
I love that. I love that. No
Yeah.
joke. I love that, man.
because then I know if I look in the mirror and I say something like, oh, yo, the chemical structure of like of glucose is C6H12O6, like
Oh my.
like I look in the mirror and I tell myself that I'm gonna have the feeling that you say. I'm like, damn, I love myself.
Yeah.
Because I have this brain that knows a bunch of stuff about science.
If I said that in the mirror, I think I'd be going nuts. No joke. The glucose, I'd be like, whoa, Vic, get off it, bro.
Yeah, but so yeah, so all right. Now that we've got our ideas out,
Yep.
should we try to like wrap it up, I guess, or like connect it all?
Connect it like you. So you want me to try to explain what I said in one sentence
Or what? Everything we've said today about the
about
philosophy.
living your best life?
Yeah.
Ah, man. So I think what out of everything
All
we've
right,
said.
all right. Actually, let me phrase it like this: give me a 2-sentence advice to somebody you don't even know, and they come up to you and ask you, give me 2 sentences of how I should live my best life. Go.
The way you should live your best life is by chasing what you love and being happy while you do it.
Damn, that was deep, bro.
Oh, right.
I like it. All right, I'm gonna give my 2 sentences.
All right. Now let me. All right, I'm gonna switch up the question a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So, same thing, right? You're gonna have to try to explain what the hell we talked about, right?
Yeah.
In 2 sentences, but try to explain it in the most simplest way, like if you're talking to a first grader.
First grader. All right. Hello, first grader. What's your name?
Billy. My name is Billy. All right, anyways, go.
Hey, Billy. What's your question today?
I want to know how I'm gonna live my best life. All right.
Well, Billy, I know you're a first grader and you don't know a lot about life, but I think living your best life is when you feel something like this feeling inside where all you can do is smile. Go do that. And if you feel like something is making you upset, don't do that. Get away from that. People like that make you feel like that, don't do it. Be happy and chase what makes you want to smile.
Oh, that me up. That hit it. That hit it right there. That made me cheese.
Damn.
Oh man,
that was off the top, bro.
I was off the top, going off. Ready, know that there. We just spitting. Relax.
Oh, I thought we were about to rap.
But yo, that's nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man. So we wanna break it out to you guys.
Yeah.
What do you think is living your best life? And do you agree with what me and Jason have put out here for this podcast today?
Do you agree with Aristotle? Do you agree with Vic's viewpoint? Do you agree with my viewpoint?
Do you disagree with any of us?
Yeah. And why do you disagree? Because that's always gonna. If you tell me something and you don't tell me why, I'm like, all right, well, like, what did you even tell me for? Like,
so I say we have this conversation on Twitter. Let's Jason, let's get this Twitter shit rolling. Let's get it rolling. So let's have this conversation on Twitter
or Instagram.
Hashtag my room's a mess.
No.
Hashtag,
oh, I guess.
Yeah. Hashtag my room's a mess. And we have this conversation about what is living your best life.
How about MRAM discussion?
MRAA? No, bro.
Yeah, because then we can have the discussion part.
Oh, I made fun of you too quick.
Because MRAM is our initials. My room's a mess. Discussion.
MRAM discussions.
Yeah. So go on to Twitter and start tweeting. We want to know what you guys think.
Truly. And so me and Jason, we run the Twitter together. So we'll just respond to. It's gonna be fun, bro.
Yo, so we've been also thinking about, because I know we got a lot of feedback that we need to start and end to each podcast. Our start, we're gonna figure it out.
We're coming soon.
Yeah.
So like a couple ideas.
I feel like a good ending, because you know how you love quotes, and I know you know a lot of quotes.
I do.
Why don't we end each podcast with a quote and what we think the quote is about, and then we'll end it there.
I think I was thinking like the feedback I got was like end the podcast on a way where it's not like we're talking living my best life. All right, I'll see you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like a fade out or like something, or like a shoo wop, like some I don't know how to end it. I don't know how to end it. We don't know how to end it.
You don't want the quote? You don't like the quote idea?
I like the quote. I can't think of one. The only thing that's coming to my head is be the change you wish to see in the world.
All right,
Mahatma Gandhi.
I'm gonna look up a quote real quick. Keep talking.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just I don't know. So there's some ideas that we're trying to come up with for like an intro. Is just intro music. I don't know if you guys want to hear us rap. I don't know if you want to hear us
that's crazy.
Sing some songs. I don't know if you want to hear us.
The first quote that came up. I'd rather regret the things I've done than regret the things I haven't done. If you guys don't want to regret anything you do in your life, keep doing the things that you love. Because what you don't do is gonna hurt you even more in the future. Because like I know if we didn't start this podcast, we'd look back 20 years and be like, damn, bro, we had a great dream, but we never executed it.
I never wanted to. I agree with you. I never wanted to feel that sense of regret, right? Because I was regretting not starting, and it was driving me nuts. So now that we finally started, I feel like it's fucking fun.
It's fun, bro. Like honestly, it's
like
fun.
it makes me smile and cheese like crazy too, like too much sometimes.
So